are these men real? How are they real? I'm gonna be put in a psych ward! They're all evil. They're all evil. They manipulate you. It's all a game to them. Why did... This isn't a joke anymore. We need to stop saying boys are just stupid. They know how to play the silly little games to have you on the string. This is not an exaggeration either.
Don't get me wrong, I know my worth, but sometimes I'm having a sale. You know what I mean? Like, flash sale this week and this week only, 50% off my standards.
What happened to men paying bills for free? Like, what happened to that? Why don't y'all pay bills for free no more? Like, why can't y'all be like y'all grandpa or y'all great-grandfather? Remember back in the day where men used to, like, cherish the women and pay everything? Nowadays, and it's not going for none of that. Men do not pay bills no more. Like, what happened to that?
I'm starting to think that maybe I'm the problem because everyone around me has a freaking boyfriend who treats them incredible and is super nice to them. And I, for some reason, can't get a boyfriend and they all don't want to commit to me and they just want to use. I feel so unlovable. Is it just me? Or is it everyone? I don't know. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind! God damn, I feel so unlovable. I can't do this. Everyone around me is I feel like I'm third wheeling all the time. Am I the only one?
I was one of those girls last year who ate 12 grapes underneath the table on New Year's, trying to manifest the love of my life. Do you think that happened? No, and I don't even like grapes. I don't like them and I don't like eating them, okay? So while I was eating those grapes, I was sitting here going, I don't like these. This is hard to eat. Love of my life. Can you imagine being the universe and receiving that dialogue? This is hard to eat. I don't even like these. Love of my life. I don't like this. Love of my life. The universe is like, what the do you want, dude? You know what? Here you go. And instead of manifesting the love of my life, you know what I got? 12 emotionally unavailable men. Yeah, so you bet your ass I'm not eating 12 grapes under a table this year. You know what I'm going to do? I'm flying to Miami. And I'm going to meet up with my friend Molly. And I'm going to shake my ass so hard from sunset to sunrise. I'm going to find some lonely mother like me. And I'm going to go get over here. And I highly recommend you do the same.
What's good, guys? It's your boy Josten J coming to you with another video. Let's cook, boys. Let's cook. All right. Women get angry when they can't manipulate men in modern dating. We got action. Let's cook.
Never been taught how to shut down shop. And by shut down shop, I mean, I see so many females out here going through hard times, struggling, trying to take care of everything on their own. Meanwhile, they still laying up with a dude, still got him in their house and everything else, and he can't contribute to nothing. If a dude can't contribute to the things that I need him to take care of, I shut down shop, which means I close my legs. The shop is closed. We're not being intimate. We're not having intercourse. We're not doing none of this honeymoon lovey-dovey stuff until you take care of business. Y'all need to learn to shut down shop. How do y'all even continue to be aroused by these dudes and engage in intercourse with these dudes when they sitting up here not helping y'all?
This is exactly why men can't be manipulated. And she has a problem with this. Women sleep with broke men, then double back and turn around and say that they want guys who are providers and all of this type of stuff. And another part that's funny about it is when it's transactional, a guy is getting that service for money. That's the transaction. So you closing shop, it doesn't do anything. And if you got this by yourself, why are you complaining? All she's saying is, ladies, you're messing it up for everyone by you doing this. And now you got dudes like Josten J telling guys the truth about, a woman will always be there to cooperate with you. Let's get the next one.
I'm a single mom and I was just seeing someone for 8 months. And in the beginning, I was like, yeah, obviously, I have a daughter. She's part of me. She's part of the deal. So like, if you are okay with that, like 100%, I will pursue this with you. And he said, I want kids. That's no problem. Like it's all good. Like, don't worry about it. We never even dated. We just saw each other for 8 months. He never asked me to be his girlfriend or anything. But guess what his number one excuse was? Why he couldn't move forward. That's right. The fact that I have a daughter and he came to the realization after 8 months that, yeah, she's still there. She still exists. And I'll be honest, I am terrified now to continue dating because I'm scared to get attached to someone and they're okay with me being, oh, I'm gonna cry. They're okay with me being a single mom. And then I fall for them and fall in love with them. And then the fact that like I'm a single mom is the reason that like, you know, when they said they were okay with that. So that fucked me up. That fucked me up pretty good. That was pretty traumatizing to have someone make me fall in love with them over 8 months and be okay the fact that I have a daughter and then be like, actually, JK, like, I'm not okay with that. And then just never talk to me again. So
Pay attention. This is a teaching moment. These video clips teach you about women. Don't get it confused. This man was good enough to sleep with. She didn't make him jump through hoops. She didn't need to see if he was a good role model for her kid. All she knew was that she liked him and that he was good enough because she was sexually attracted to him. He didn't have to jump through any hoops. And she has a kid. So now she needs to be safe. She needs to make sure he's a good role model, right? Somebody to look up to. Nah, sexually attracted to him. And the point that I'm going to make about manipulation is you would think that he lied to her. He never lied to her. So yeah, everything's cool. But then he made an executive decision. Nah, I don't think this is best after all. And he dips. She gave him 8 months of free access. 8 months of free access. And peep this, we saw each other for 8 months. He never asked me to be his girlfriend. Never. She didn't need that. She was just attracted to him. See what I mean? They know how to cooperate. They know how to follow your lead, even if it leads to nothing. So if they don't get a relationship out of it, you're good enough for them. They will follow your lead. This is how things naturally go. She just lost in this situation. Let's get the next one.
Okay, I'm kind of glad that I went through my broke guy phase or dating for love phase when I was young, like in high school and in college. Because I can't imagine doing what I do now and still dating broke guys or dating guys that make the same amount of money as me. Imagine me being 25 and still going on dates to Chili's and splitting bills and letting my boyfriend borrow money. Like, what the fuck? That is like insane. I used to do that back in high school and in college, guys. Like, that is some bum ass behavior. And if you're a man, you get mad at me. Like, just skip through this. Don't get emotional in the comments. Like, shut up. Like, control your emotions. Take a testosterone shot. Go to CVS and ask for a testosterone shot because you need it. Don't cry about it in the comments. Just like some guys have preferences on like dating blondes, brunettes, skinny girls, thick girls. My preference is dating guys with money. So thank you. I literally had a boyfriend who was diabetic and he was so fucking broke. This was back in college, guys. So back when I had my college apartment, when he would stay over, he had to get like a bunch of sugary snacks because he was freaking weird in his body. So I went to the grocery store and I bought him sugary snacks and his favorite shit just so whenever he stays over at my house. What the fuck? I can't even imagine doing that shit right now. I am so glad my frontal lobe developed and just prioritize money now. Like, thank you, brain. Because there's so many girls my age that still are not like that they don't prioritize money instead of looks or love in relationships. And they're literally have in a whole relationship working full time and splitting bills. Like, that is fucking insane, bro. And still getting cheated on.
Men aren't mad because you don't date broke men. Men are just simply listening to you blab your mouth off. So you used to date broke men, and all of your friends are currently dating broke men, right? But now you turn around and say you don't date broke men because now you have high standards. Men are listening. Now they can't be manipulated. So even if a guy gets in your comments or whatever and he's telling the truth, why are you upset about this? Because that's the type of guy that you can't manipulate. If you have a bunch of guys that you're manipulating and having your way with, why are we making this video anyway? They don't even recognize what they're doing. They're telling the game rather than selling the game. So now guys know everything. Let's get the next one.
Guy's ego can never handle when you're just not interested in them in a romantic way. Like, the amount of times where a guy follows me and I follow him back, whether it is because I think he's cute or maybe I just know about him, or they DM me something funny, so I'm like, okay, like, follow back, you know, you're funny. But when you'll go to like text or something and you're just not interested, like, they immediately unfollow you. And it's like, okay, well, why would he follow you if you weren't even interested? No, it's like, I thought we could be friends. I was down to be friends. Like, did you just expect me to be like, yeah, daddy, let me come No. I was just wanting to get to know you, build some mutuals on social media. Fuck you. I go and it's like immediately unfollowed. Like, okay, you're pissed because I'm not interested in you in a romantic way. Like, you are so immature, and that's the biggest turnoff.
Men won't let me waste their time. And when she said no, it was hilarious. No. These chicks get on social media and they want a fan base. They want an army of simps. So much so that they want attractive guys. Because she said, regardless if I find him attractive or whatever, I'm just trying to get to know you. Nah. You know what's also funny? If we flip the script, right? You follow a woman, you're giving her attention up front, and then you cut the attention and you go back a couple days later, she'll unfollow you. So what's the problem here? What's the problem here? They want an army of simps. And it has nothing to do with ego, but it has everything to do with self-respect. Shout out to all the brothers that respect themselves. You are him, they are them. Perfect example of a guy understanding his worth and respecting himself. Let's get the next one.
The quickest way to tell if a man is broke is simply tell him you're hungry. And if he says anything other than what's your Cash App, what's your Zelle, or what you want, I got it, he's broke, he's not having it, and he will waste your time.
Even men with money don't want to be used for their money. The guys who are okay with being used for their money, you're punching above your weight class. This is why these clips come out of women being frustrated. The guys that they actually qualify for are not trying to simp and trick on them. Because they see this on social media. The guys that they would actually be compatible with, the guys in their bracket, they're not simping. They're not tricking, or they're not using money for the transaction. The guys who use the money for the transaction, they're getting top shelf. You are not top shelf. Guys, it is what it is. Oh, you can't talk like that about women, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. You're not top shelf and you're asking for all of this stuff. Oh, if you tell him you're hungry, he doesn't send you money or take care of it quick, he's broke. I don't need to get in this car with a stack of cash and count out 500 dates. I don't need to do that. You can think I'm broke. It is what it is. But the point is, a man does not have to send you money and do all of this to get at you. If you're not interested, you're not interested. And nowadays, you guys got it yourself. You're strong and independent. The thing about this is, women are always asking for this, but they're punching above their weight class. Even when you get a guy with money, you need to move on his timing. You need to be where he tells you to be. You need to be able to up and drop everything to do what he says. There's a transaction in there that's more than just sex when it comes to a guy keeping a woman around. You guys can't even keep average guys around. What do you need all of this stuff for? And now the average guys can't manipulate them. Can't manipulate the guys who are not in your bracket. Who is there left to manipulate? Oh, the guys that they don't want. And remember, I tell you guys, they got two choices. Cooperate with the guy that they're highly sexually attracted to and roll the dice like the single mom did. Maybe you get a relationship, maybe you don't. Or you can go for the guy that you're not physically attracted to, the guy who doesn't have all the bells and whistles, and make it work with him. But you know how that goes. Let's get the next one.
I cannot believe my sister and her friends, they go, not once have they ever been, no guy has ever bought them a drink. Murphy, guys in Denver don't buy girls drinks, and it's appalling. I just called a guy out fully. I was like, this guy asked for my number and he didn't buy me a drink. And I was like, sir, if I were a man, I would buy you a drink.
Men understand more than ever now. You don't have to do anything for a woman that is not for you. Hell, they're attracted to men that they're for that don't do anything anyway. Guys don't want to buy drinks. Guys don't want to do this. Yes, because they don't have to. When a man gives resources, when a man gives his energy, gives his time more and more and more, that's a woman that's his woman. Since you guys want to go back in the day and back in the old day, the woman that they're going steady with, that's the woman that gets these benefits. Not a woman who he's trying to have a conversation with. Get to know. Grow on. He doesn't have to spend any money. Only idiots think that way. And isn't that funny that those are the guys that they treat like garbage? Really? You can come to my place and we can drink a little bit. For all those that drink, I don't drink, but you know, you can come over, we can sip on something. You don't need to go here and go there. You don't need to, oh, you don't want to do that. Perfectly fine. Move along. You know, they go out into these venues and these spaces, these bars, these lounges, and men are expected to buy them drinks. Well, what does he get guaranteed for buying you that drink? What does he get? You can't even say anything that means anything. Oh, he'll get my feminine energy and my divine femininity, and he'll get my energy and the vibes, and it's just me because I showed up. Women have a hard time understanding this. The best times of your life when you're going to go out there and party and get free drinks, it's when you're younger. This has an expiration date. Certain women can push it, but this typically has an expiration date. The same with women getting approached 24/7. Guys wanting to be their friends and simp and this. You know, men have to grow up. It seems to me like women don't grow up. They kind of just stay where they're at, like where they're getting the most attention, where life is in the palm of their hands. They just stay there. And a man has to go through life and trials and tribulations to grow up. He has to fall on his face. Seems to me like they don't do that enough. Because why are you getting older and still expecting the same treatment? But then you respond better to treatment that isn't really the bare minimum, but then turn around and ask for the bare minimum. You see, guys say the hell with all of this. I'm not losing brain cells. I'm not going to try to see it their way because it makes absolutely no sense. And when men start moving like that, they can't be manipulated. They can't be manipulated. But don't get it confused for a second. When women get played out, women don't get what they want. When they try to shame, blame, and complain and talk about guys manipulating them, they just ran into their match. That's it. That's it. They just ran into their match. Never feel sorry or feel bad for a woman that's saying, you know, I'm not getting what I want out of dating. It's her fault. She doesn't have game. She doesn't have enough game to get what she wants out of dating. Same thing I'll say to a guy. Don't get it confused. If she's ever complaining about being manipulated, she met her match. So this was women get angry when they can't manipulate men in modern dating. Hope you guys got a lot out of it. It's your boy Josten J. Get with you boys in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
I don't even understand how it's possible that somebody who looks as good as I do is pumping my own gas. It's an evil world we live in.
Fake hair, lashes, accessories, lip gloss, revealing clothing. And if you buy a fucking car, no matter if it's electric or gas, you gonna either have to charge that bitch or put gas in it. You don't buy a car from a dealership and then the shit come with a motherfucking somebody to do it for you. You hoes are so entitled to what? Talking about I look too good to pump my own gas. Get the Just imagine a dude getting on here saying he looked too good to pump his own gas. Swear the world is cooked. And these women, I don't know what to do with y'all. Y'all look too good to pump y'all own gas. Y'all look too good to be a decent person. And y'all only want it now. Once you get in your 30s, your 40s, you're not wanted anymore. So enjoy the prime while you got it, gang. Cause I guess girls look too good to pump their gas that they bought a car for.